No comment on this thing, but I have $35,000 and a lot of wood to get it over that. I don't know, maybe? I would actually be really impressed if the bridge just held itself up at this point. Well, this looks interesting. We even have a bouncing sheep. But if I were to make a game, I would start the most brutal levels off with something like this, just to throw people off. Cars, hydraulic, water car, hydraulic, other cars. So far, I'm honestly not putting any thought at all into this, and I already ran out of road. Kind of just curious to see if this actually holds up. Because if by some miracle it does, oh, I might be able to tweak it until it works. Nope. Admit it though, it did better than you thought it would. Added a little wood, still not good enough. I just realized I have ropes though. Ropes change everything. So they don't make a big enough difference. Here's my new design. So far the first two cars go through it. A little bit of a break there, nothing major, and the boat still hits the bridge. I think I'm pretty close. Oh, hold on, these guys turn. Yep, crushed it. Before moving on, I've got to make sure the boat actually clears this upper archway. Okay, now it's just a matter of changing this. This may tear my bridge apart pretty badly, but I'm going to try it anyways. We are $3,000 over budget, but this was a stupid idea I just came up with. Didn't work. A little bit of an alternative design. That would actually work. If it didn't do that, but we're close. Never mind. Might have the answer, might not have the answer. Those maybe go a little bit high. Let's the boat through though. We're just over budget too. I could totally make this one work as long as it holds together now. Oh, they even lock back together. Now, how do we lower the budget just enough? Incrementally, that's how. I could see both my bridges were a little bit unhappy with this current solution. They're still holding up though. So as long as... yeah, we need a rework. Something like this... nope. Might have found the answer. Oh, it's so close. If I attach hydraulics here though, the bridge actually holds up surprisingly. Never mind. I think I found a solution. All we had to do was remove the wood that encompassed a road up top. It didn't need it to hold up this entire time. I forgot I even did it. So now the boat goes through, bridge is lowered down, cars go across, happy as ever. Done. Edge hugger. Car, hydraulic, boats, hydraulic, car. And just enough road to make it across the gap. Spanning the gap itself isn't really the problem, because that's easy to do, which is big old triangles the car goes right across. This part's the problem. This one is definitely going to be a little bit of an experimental idea, but it might actually work. It's over budget, but I'm very curious. Oh, I forgot to actually... what that was supposed to look like is something like this. Will it lift up though? Nope. That's the question. Not even close. Next on my list of horrible ideas, that could actually work because the car makes it over, it gets to its flag, then all we gotta do is deal with this side probably. Test number 1. Red car still gets to where it's going, the whole bridge collapses after that. Great. Next on ideas, I was trying to pull the entire bridge up from this side, which doesn't really work. If I had more support here, it actually might. Interestingly, if I do this, watch what happens. The car goes up, gets to where it's going, we'll slow it down a little bit, and that almost actually works somehow. Don't know how, but it does. Made a few adjustments trying to get this a little more height. Not sure how this one's gonna work. If at all, we're about to find out. Just need to get this side of the bridge a little bit higher. Not that much, but okay, now I see. I know there's probably an easier way to do this if I make a bridge right across and put a drawbridge on either side, but I kind of want to get this way working. Thinking at this point that I'm probably going to give up on this design, I just don't have time to try and figure out a way to make this one work. This one might not even work. Next, my brain went something like this, but I don't have enough money left to make the hydraulics fit. Plus the bridge itself doesn't hold up. Simplified my design just a little bit and we're still not quite there. This one barely squeaks by, this one still needs a ways. Found a way to get this difficult little level a little bit closer. If I contract from right here, the angle's a little better, everything's a little bit better, the boat just about clears it. Which makes me hope that if I attach it to somewhere over there, I'll actually get the pull I need to get the clearance. Or I might just pull my bridge apart, that's also a possibility. Need to find a bit of a happy medium. Right now it's just a matter about finding that balancing point. That is so close. That might have been it right before the bridge exploded. Gonna try the good old-fashioned double hydraulic technique. That might pull too hard, but that's probably gonna clear it. This will actually work, but I'm slightly over budget. Few adjustments, I think we'll be there. No problem. Don't know why I didn't think about this earlier. Success! You know what? I think I'll accept this level for what it is. I've spent enough time messing with it. We're a little bit over budget. That's alright. Because I'm pretty sure in order to get it under budget, I'd have to make a lot of tweaks. Here's one more my style. Jump. Jump again. Only a car and a balloon to worry about. So as it is, the car hits down with that velocity going to about here. I'm thinking it wants me to go under the balloon, which is probably going to have to be the way this goes. The question now is, do I want to waste my 3 pieces of steel right here or somewhere else? There might be 4 pieces of steel. I'm not really good at counting. But the car gets that far already, so that's promising. Gonna try making a few tweaks to the jump to see if we can get the car to go a little bit further somehow. Not sure if it's gonna work, we'll figure it out. For example, on this one, it goes slightly less far. Yeah, this one seems to be the moneymaker so far. Believe it or not, I thought it would just collapse, but it actually launches the car quite a bit further. So if it splashes down about here, what do we do with it? Something like that eventually? I don't know, I've got $11,000 left to work with. That might actually work. I've got $6,000 left to work with, but let's see how this goes. The car is probably gonna smash down with quite a bit of force. Yeah, that's about what I thought. Gonna need some upgrades. A few small upgrades later, and it still absolutely obliterates my structure. Cringy enough, this almost works. The car lands semi-smoothly and actually gets enough momentum to do a backflip back into the water. We're getting closer. It almost hopped its way up on there. Let's see that again a little closer up. Okay, the car makes a jump, and oh, it's so close. All I gotta do is probably adjust one thing. Again, this is one of my stupid designs that never should have come close to working, yet here we are, right on the verge of it. The jump, the landing. I don't really love how everything breaks apart there, but I'm not sure there's anything I can do about that right now. This actually makes much more of a natural arch that might be stronger. Hey, why did that fail? Oh, probably because the bridge gets obliterated? Well, now I'm just getting mixed signals. Level complete, level failed. Which is it? If I click next level. Oh, okay, that actually counted for some reason. Great. Nope, 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 I want this level. Drop bridge. So the boat goes, then the bridge lowers, then the school bus goes. But it's a school bus, so I might as well drive into the water. Kids don't matter anyways, they're stupid. And we only have exactly enough road to complete this. My first idea looks something like this. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Upgrading it a little bit didn't seem to help because it pulls all the weight straight down onto that. And when we try it with steel, the rope breaks instead. I'm going to abandon that design. I'm just going to go like this and start with the bridge up in the air, and then we'll build it down from there. I just need to find a way to get this down here after the boat passes. Might be flimsy so far, but it's a work in progress. Somehow this might actually kind of work not bad. It's going to depend on what happens right now. That's way closer than I thought it was going to be. Found kind of an interesting way that could almost work to complete this. I'm not really sure where it's breaking, but if I use double hydraulics, a little bit of rope and some steel, well, it gets us a lot closer than it should. After adding a few ropes, this might work just to give it that little bit of extra strength it wants. We're gonna find out right now. Well, one of the ropes broke, but it's sitting pretty close. You wanna see something funny? This almost works. It's getting closer. I'm just adjusting the hydraulics, but as soon as these can actually lock into each other, it'll hold up. This is the final test, both hydraulics at 50%. All 4 of the hydraulics at 50%. If they don't lock in now, they're not going to, and I need a complete redesign. Yay, redesign. I kind of like what I had going here, but I need a little redesign. I also had this brilliant idea, which seems like a good idea, but doesn't really work. And considering we're already over budget, this one's a no-fly. But it looks cool. My new design is going to be something like this. A lot more boring, but it's going to be fairly functional overall. I just need to adjust the hydraulics on both sides and hope it actually holds up to the school bus. And pretty close on my estimation. 40% thereabouts looks to be the winning number. And eventually when I can make those two hold up and play nice and meet in the middle, we'll be getting somewhere. Not sure if they're actually going to connect. I think this school bus is ready to go. Boat manages to pass through, only just, and hydraulics. Going to work. Honestly, that might work anyway. I have faith in the school bus. Jump! Not so much. School bus, maxed out hydraulics. Still not quite gonna be there. Might be able to make them meet in the middle for a little extra strength. That's closer. You know what? That might actually work in some strange way. Not sure why. Just really hoping these middle two joints can actually... Oh, they can meet up. Interesting. So, I think this actually works. I don't know why. I don't know how. The physics of it, you know, I guess because it makes a point and they connect, it's just enough strength with the hydraulics to let it pass. Didn't really expect that to work, but I never actually do. Low budget overpass. No comment on this thing, but I have $35,000 and a lot of wood to get it over that. I don't know, maybe? I would actually be really impressed if the bridge just held itself up at this point. That looks stupid to me, so we're gonna build an arch. Then again, I'm probably too lazy to actually build an arch. Something like this might work just fine. This might actually hold up halfway decently. Never mind, maybe we just need a bigger triangles. We are also way under budget, so there's probably something to be learned from that. My bridge? Now with more triangles. Oh, interesting. We're getting somewhere. We're gonna slow it right down to find out where the weak spot is. It's probably right in the middle here, or maybe even right here. Nope, so far, yep, right there. So adding this just now Well, just watch what happens. No problem, the bus cruises all the way up. Breaks through there pretty badly, but we're that much closer suddenly. Just gonna try and smooth out the bump a little bit because I'm pretty sure if the bus doesn't jump, it doesn't break the bridge. That is really, really close. It's not pretty, but it works as long as the bus doesn't really get airborne too bad. Close. It's fun at this point because you add a piece of wood anywhere and the bridge acts entirely different all the way through. Like randomly adding that one makes the bus get farther than it's ever got before, just because this is here now. If I add a second piece of wood over here, about the same result. Adding a single piece of wood right here does this. The whole bridge collapses. And no, for some reason, the bridge just won't hold itself up at all, and I'm not really sure what changed. What do you think the odds are a bridge more like this could actually work? Guess we'll find out. 2 layers of triangles, $35,000 budget. Oh, I thought that was gonna go for a second. Let's try that again on slower speed so we can actually see what's going on. We can watch the bus crash into the water in slow speed. Been playing with all sorts of different designs, still can't really get anything as close as what I had before, and I can't get that back anyways because it suddenly changed and I couldn't figure out why. So we're going back to the arch idea. Might even be able to build it on the inside. Boy, it would be so much fun if something like this just worked right away. I'm actually glad it doesn't. I've also just realized I left in a small design flaw I didn't really think about before, but the boat goes right through the bridge in the middle, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to find a proper workaround for that. The bus doesn't even make it onto my bridge, but the boat does get under it, and the bridge holds itself up, so I'll consider that a victory. We're going to do my little road trick and just give it a little piece of it to flip it up on. Hopefully that works. Nope. Maybe if it's over there, almost worked. I've tried everything I could think of to try and get that bus up onto that arch, but it's just not doing it, so I've got to change the slope. And that is really not something this arch likes very much. Somehow this design of all of them so far is actually working pretty well. Considering it's only a single layer of triangles and things, I'm impressed. This sure isn't pretty, but you kind of see how it could work. What about a bunch of boxes with some X's in them? Do you think that's going to hold up? I never know what's gonna work, so I just have to try stupid things. If this innovative design doesn't work, nothing's gonna do it. We're currently $5,000 under budget, but my bus can't quite get onto my bridge. I had such confidence in that build, it was looking so good for like half a second. Actually, one little change later and we almost have this. Not sure where the problem is, but it's gonna be easy from here. All I did was add a little bit of structure over here and it goes that far. I made some of the triangles right here a little bigger, hopefully a little stronger, and still so close. Working our way closer, we are over budget, but at this point, I don't care. To do this bridge under budget, I would have to take hours and hours and hours to really fine tune every little thing, and I don't have time for that right now. I suspect this should do it though. Yep, there it is. Level complete. Definitely didn't cheat the budget on that one, not one bit.